Pegwarmers. They're fun, yeah? No? Okay, anyway. Yeah, pegwarmers are an inevitability in the Cars Diecast line, as some trash characters will definitely sell a bit worse than others, you know? But, they're still part of the diecast line, and if I find them on clearance, I will try and pick them up just to have as background or complete my collection. So that's generally what I have here. We have 4 pretty infamous pegwarmers. We have the Speedway of the South 11 pack, which is peg warmed at Target, shelf warmed I guess, for like 2 years. And Shiizaki, Darla, those are both common Target peg warmers. And the most infamous peg warmer for the last 2 years, Kay Pillar Durev. Pretty much every store this peg warms at, so that'll be fun. So by the way, pretty much all these are memes on the channel except for Shiizaki, who is just Shiizaki. Huh, I guess that's a meme now. Well, I guess it'll be sort of a meme unboxing, so let's start with Darla. Oh, and some of these are duplicates, so I'll try to speed through those. So, here is Darla, which pretty basic, small, sedanish mold here with that nice king plastic crown. Say the grill stash there is gray, where in the art it is black, as well as a lot of what should be black on here is more grayish. And there is a weird paint error right there. That should also be gray, but it's black. This does have separately fitted windows, which is pretty sweet considering it's small. And the expression's pretty nice in this one. It's pretty simple. It's going to be a nice background piece, not much more to that. There's another one in there, so let's move on to Shiizaki. And the decals are pretty nice on this one. Even that separately fitted bow is decaled. Separately fitted windows, separately fitted eyepiece. Lipstick, pretty unique expression. Interesting red wheels. Those are pretty good. I do like these gear patterns. Those are pretty unique. Honestly, this one's pretty good. I think if this one was kept in more limited stock in the cases, it would not peg warm, but they put it in a bunch back in 2022. So there's a lot of it still around. But this one's more of just another simple sedan design, like Darla here. And they're both pretty small compared to some of these bigger cars back here. Overall, this one's pretty good too. It's time for Kay Pillar Durev, my favorite character. 0 out of 10, this diecast sucks. Moving on. Just kidding, I'll review it. Okay, I'll give that this. The purple on the bottom is pretty clean, but it's a sterling repaint with the clown. I'm not a big fan of the clowns, if you couldn't tell there. Pretty well detailed for what it is, and I'll say it definitely captures this about as perfectly as you could. So it gets props for that, but NPCs will be NPCs. Now that that's done, time for the jumbo pack, which actually has some stuff I need from here. And I think they're strapped down, so let me just get everything out first. Okay, I'm still unboxing this, but I want to point out, this is the Speedway of the South 11 pack, but that is the Los Angeles International Speedway. Why, Mattel? Why? At least they removed the wall decals, but come on. Alright. The 11 pack has finally been unboxed after 15 minutes of snipping little plastic somethings that hold them in. I don't know, they're in there tight. I have marked all the duplicate cars so I know which ones are the duplicates from this pack, so I can distinguish them from my original Thailand versions. Alright, let's start quickly with Darla Vanderson. Here's just another of that same one from here. These two are pretty much identical aside from the red I put on the new one. Next up we have Chick Hicks. This is the same as the Thailand one that I believe I reviewed, though this one doesn't have a weird something stuck in the wheel, so that's going to be nice. decals, these two are pretty similar, but I want to argue that this one is cleaner. Just because looking at the top here, I can easily read like leakless and stuff here, but this one I really can't. This one's a bit grainier, so this one might be my normal main chick hicks, so that's interesting. Next on to number 95, it's Lightning McQueen. And what I said before about the improved decals does not stick for this one. I don't get what happened here, but they're so much grainier on this one. The eyes are like slanted down, which is interesting. And the decals are just way grainier on the co-sponsors. Whereas this one, they're nice and clean. So this one will probably be made into custom something. What? I don't know, but we'll find out. And the last duplicate is the King. This is the one from the pack, and this is the one that I had before. And again, I think the original one is cleaner just based on those 43s. And co-sponsors are just pretty messy here. Wheel, spoiler are the same. But you can see on the font, this one's just a lot fuzzier. So, interesting. Otherwise, these two are pretty much identical. Actually, wait, there is a difference. This one is more silver gray window bars, whereas these ones are dark gray. Interesting, interesting. Because I believe that's something I brought up when I reviewed this one. Yeah, this one will stay as my main King, and this one will be a custom. And if you have any ideas for any of these customs, let me know, because I currently have none. New Thailand version for me, which is Billy Oil Changer. Here's the original Chinese Billy I've had since I was little. And you can see the difference is pretty clear in the eye color. This one is blue, this one is brown. See, this one is definitely more updated in the tighter wheels compared to this one. The toolings are pretty much identical. I'd say this one's arguably just more clean, as it has those like rims around the eyes. I'd say cleaner decals, it's overall shinier, lighter orange. But yeah, this will be my new main Billy. And this one will probably be a damaged Billy at some point, or I'll just keep it for sentimentality, which I'll probably do that. And next is Dirksen D'Agostino. This one's pretty similar to Billy, as they have the same tooling, same type of windows. Here's a Chinese Dirksen I got at a thrift store for cheap, and it's pretty damaged, so I'm very glad to have the new one. And those wheels are super clean and they're spinning there. I'd say I definitely prefer the expression on this one, and I love the glossier finish on this one. It pops more, and yeah, I argue the decals in this one are a bit crisper, but this one's just so beat up, I think I'll make it to a damaged version and keep this one as my main Dirksen. Here is Charlie Checker. This is the new Thailand version for me, as here's another Chinese one I've had since I was little. These two are pretty similar, aside from the rear lights here being yellow. Here they're red. This one does have that trim around the eyes, but they're pretty much identical almost everywhere else, aside from maybe the color of the top lights there. These two are probably the most similar between two country variations we've seen today. This will be my new Charlie, this one will be retired. And here is Race Official Tom. This is just a new diecast for me. He was in a 2-pack I saw with Lightning McQueen a couple years ago. I didn't really buy that. But this one's pretty sweet to have. I love his just does not care Squidward expression. I love how his license plate just covers up official, so it just says of all. That's an interesting choice there. Decals pretty clean, that nice blue and yellow. Pretty perfect comparison with Charlie here to show the main colors of the Piston Cup, yellow and blue. And it does have that separately fitted window and eyepiece, which I always love. Very nice one, who will definitely appear on the layout here. Another race fan, Brad Windmiller. This is a pretty interesting one, as he's not really supporting a specific racer, unless you want to count this as chick, because it's green. But yeah, he just has piston cups on top and on his antenna ball here. This one's a pretty basic mold, but I'm trying to figure out what that is. That's definitely part of it, because it's glossy. Just a weird black spot. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, pretty simple sedan here. And simple expression, mouth is part of the bumper. And pretty nice. He'll be in the grandstand as well. Now I saved the best two for last. Here is the Dinoco Pity. I believe this is Luke Petalworth is his name. And he's pretty simple. This is my first Thailand Pity aside from Guido, I'm pretty sure. And my first Dinoco Pity, which is pretty sweet to have. Will be nice paired with Cal, Cruz, and the King on the layout here. Pretty simple, but his decals are nice. And here's this tray he came with. Pretty simple, but it's gonna be nice decoration. And last up, my friend Porky will love this joke, but we have Chuck Armstrong. This is definitely my favorite thing from the whole unboxing today, because new Piston Cup Racer, I always love those. And this one's probably the cleanest. So he doesn't have teeth, but honestly, it's not really noticeable because it just looks like lips there because the paint is thicker. My second Mood Springs racer, actually, I got Dud Throttleman recently. Yeah, this one's pretty just sweet. I love Mood Springs. I said Chuck Armstrong is one of my favorite Cars 1 racers in my rankings. And yeah, the decals are pretty clean on this one. I can read them all pretty cleanly, and I love that Mood Springs 33. It just looks so nice. Yeah, having another Piston Cup racer in the collection, always welcome. Definitely my favorite piece from today, and he'll be joining my fleet. And honestly, considering I said these were all Pegwarmers and kind of bullied them, I'm sorry about that, but threw some shade at the beginning of the video. This was a pretty fun unboxing. I got some pretty cool stuff to add to the layout, some potential customs here, some new stuff, and some race fans. And you, get out. But overall, this stuff was pretty sweet, and I had fun unboxing this stuff. And if you enjoyed, let me know what your favorite thing I opened here was. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.